My trailer will begin with the BBFC audience approval screen. This will allow the viewer to see who the appropriate audience for my trailer will be. My trailer is rated a 15 as it contains distressing images and graphic violence. In reference to Todorow's narrative theory, a state of equilibrium will be seen when the group of teenagers are all receiving their invitation to Malam's party. For teenagers, going to parties is considered a social norm, hence why most of them don't really make much of it. There's a sense of normality, hence why they have no sense of danger. The character Iris, who portrays the typical final girl, will act as a slight contrast to the other characters, being more hesitant and cautious about certain situations. The long shot allows the viewer to see how this strange situation begins in a typical suburban house that probably most of the viewers live in as well. This will heighten the sense of danger within the viewer, as it shows how easily something so traumatic could happen to any one of them. I will be using continuity editing to maintain a clear narrative. The tracking/crab shot of Iris walking through the door will help to show this. In this close-up match-on-action shot, the invitation being amongst other letters will make it look more realistic and natural. I feel an extreme close-up shot would work best when portraying Iris's reaction to the invitation, as her facial expression will be seen more easily and clearly. As I previously mentioned, Iris, being the typical final girl, is more cautious and confused, having thoughts such as, "Who is this? Why her?" This can be demonstrated upon Iris saying, "What's this?" A close-up/match-on-action will also be used again, showing a similar way of finding an invitation, yet a change of voice can be heard, showing Iris was not the only one to receive one. In this mid-shot, although this character represents the final girl, she seemed to be laughing just like any other teenager. Teenagers stereotypically believe that a party is a party and are always looking for fun or trouble, hence why she goes. This aligns with Dick Hebdige's theory. His theory states that members of a subculture often subject their membership through a distinctive and symbolic use of style, which includes fashions, music, and mannerisms. The match-on-action shot of Iris turning the indicator on shows how she's about to enter into Malam, the antagonist's territory. The long shot will show how the characters are all meeting for the first time and are in fact strangers. The girly girl character and the jock will be positioned together to show how the jock stereotypically gets girls and the girly girl character is stereotypically slutty. The rebel will be positioned on the outside of the group as he believes he doesn't need anybody else, and the emo will blend in. They will be stood outside with the party location in the background, showing how they are about to go in and cross the border. The next long shot shows all the characters with Malam in the background, and they have finally crossed the border and gone into the room where the party is. They are all confused, yet decide to party on when the girly girl finds the alcohol. The girly girl is the one that finds the alcohol, as she is stereotypically always up for a party. I've decided, due to the group of strangers being the only people at this party, mid-shots would highlight how they're still having a great time even with the lack of people. It would also minimise the amount of empty space in shots and provide the sense of a more intimate gathering. Cutaway extreme close-ups of Malam's face will break up the mid-shots and also heighten the sense that the equilibrium is about to be disrupted, and it will also maintain a sense of fear within the viewer. The disruption of the equilibrium occurs when Corinne, the girly girl, goes downstairs to fix her hair and sees something in the mirror. To heighten the fear factor in both the character and the audience, the lights will begin to flash until they suddenly go out. When she finally turns around to see what's behind her, the figure of Malam has mysteriously disappeared. Jump cut editing will be used for this sequence to highlight the intensity of the situation, and as the trailer gets more fast-paced. A close-up will be used for the reaction shot, as more facial expression can be demonstrated this way. She runs upstairs to warn the others. This is when the disruption of the equilibrium is recognised. In an attempt to repair the equilibrium, the group try with their best efforts to escape through the dark woods that surrounds Malam's house. The following shots include a close-up of the girly girl being dragged on the ground to show she's weak, a mid-shot of the emo with no barrier to hide behind, a canted angle medium close-up of the jock to show how his masculinity has been distorted, a long shot of the supposed tough rebel running away, cowering with fear, and it will end with a mid-shot of Iris, the final girl, being the only one that tries to fight back. All of the shots in the escaping sequence will be a montage shot at eye line level with the characters. This is so the viewer can feel connected to the character and feel the same sense of adrenaline the character feels. This will put the viewer at the edge of their seats, as they gain the same level of fear factor as the characters.